Today we are going to start on our back actually. So if you have a place where you can do that, make your way onto your back. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the ground. I like to bring my feet as wide as the mat, but whatever's comfortable for you to allow your knees to fall together. So you can leave your hands on your belly, or you can bring them out to the side, whatever feels more comfortable for you today. And you can close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable. And focus on your breath. I like having my hands on my belly while I'm breathing like this because it helps me connect even further on a different level, more physical level with my breath. Because I can feel the rise and fall of my belly with my hands. You can start to elongate the breath, slow it down. And continue to come back to the breath if you find your mind wandering for these few moments. Maybe you have a to-do list that you're trying to think of, or maybe there's a conversation that you are imagining you're going to have or have had. And come back to the breath. Those things can wait. You can focus on the rise and fall of the hands if they're on your belly. Or you can focus on the temperature of the breath as it goes into the body versus the temperature as it goes out. Continue to focus on the breath and just turn your head to the left. Notice if this changes anything for you. If you feel like your neck is straining, you can move it back. Or you can see if you can relax into having your neck turned and your head resting on the mat. See if you can focus on that gentle stretch on the front of the right side of the neck. Maybe you don't feel a stretch at all, and that's okay too. You can just notice the elongated and also shortened muscles on this side. Your next inhale, you can gently bring your head back to center. And notice the neck from side to side. And then you can turn your head to the right. And again, allow your head and neck to relax here. Take some long, slow, deep breaths in. Long, slow, deep breaths out. On your next inhale, you can bring the head back to center. You can bring the knees away from one another, Walk the feet back towards one another, and you can let the legs come out long. If you'd like to take a long stretch, you can. And we're going to do our side bend a little differently today. So begin to walk the feet over to the left. See if you can keep the hips exactly where they are. And you're just walking the feet over to the left. Notice if you feel anything in your pelvis or your low back. And then you can cross the feet, whichever way feels best for you. Sometimes I like to cross the feet. So if I'm on my left side, my left foot over top of my right, it kind of feels like it grounds that right foot in to where it is. Sometimes it's nice to try and cross the right foot over the left. Here, I feel a little bit more of a opening on that right hip. But for me, I think with having the right foot on the bottom here, makes it just slightly less effort for me to keep my feet over towards the left. And then we're going to start to bend the upper body towards the left as well. You can bring the arms out overhead. You can grab the right wrist with the left hand and feel a stretch on that right side. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can just bring your arms however is comfortable for you and just see if you can guide the upper body over to the left. So the body could be making this banana shape, bananasana. And breathe long, slow, deep breaths in, long, slow, deep breaths out. I think I need to move my microphone. Hopefully that click wasn't too loud. And see if you can focus on relaxing the pelvis and low back area here. See if you can focus on breathing into that place. And then gently guide the upper body back towards the center. You can uncross the feet, or the ankles rather, and start to walk the feet back to center. And just notice your body from side to side, how things are feeling. Maybe one side feels more awake than the other. Maybe one side feels cooler or warmer. Maybe one side has more pain than the other. And then begin to walk the feet over to the right. Keep the pelvis and the hips right where they're at. And just walk the feet over to the right. Again, I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left because that feels better to me. But you can always do the opposite. You can cross the left foot over, or the left ankle over the right ankle. And just notice how this feels for a moment. And then you can start to lean the upper body over or move the upper body over to the right. Same options for the arms, whatever is comfortable for you. You can bring the arm over the head, lean it over towards the right. You can take a hold of the left hand, back of the hand and wrist with the right hand. And take long, slow, deep breaths in. Long, slow, deep breaths out. I can tell this is a posture I haven't done in a long time. I don't remember it feeling this tense. If you're also feeling some tension here, you can breathe into that tension, send your breath to those muscles. If you took a hold of the left hand, you can let that left hand go. Start to bring the upper body back towards the center. Uncross the ankles and walk the feet back towards center. And then take any movements here that feel like they feel like your body wants. Let me say that again. Take any movements here to reset that feel good for you in this moment. Maybe you want to bring your knees into your chest and rock. Maybe you want to bring just one into the body and then the other. Maybe you want to bring one sole of the foot towards the sky, straighten the leg, and the other. You can windshield wiper the knees. Whatever feels good for you. And then as you're ready, you can bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet to the mat. You can walk the heels towards the bum and just check to make sure you can't touch your heels with your fingertips. If you lean, it's a little too close, so you can walk the feet out further until you can't. And then we're going to lift the hips into the air. As you do this, focus on grounding into your heels and your feet as a whole. If you focus on your heels as you lift your hips into the air, you can really squeeze the glutes, help strengthen them. Keep lifting the hips into the air. You can bring the hands down and then lower back down one vertebrae at a time. Let the tailbone come down last. See if you can really curve the pelvis forward up towards your belly. And then as the tailbone comes down, see if you can curve your low back and continue to follow that movement forward with the pelvis. If at any point this feels not good for you, or if it's bringing up any feelings, anxiety, anything like that, you can always just come back to neutral, to this position with your knees leaning against one another, and focus on your breath. So if you sent the pelvis down towards the heels, there's a space in your low back where you could even put your hands if you wanted to. Then we're going to start to bring the pelvis back up towards, roll it back up towards the belly. So you're curving the tailbone, picking it up off of the ground. And then as you do this, push into the heels, lift the hips into the air, and squeeze the glutes. For bridge, Again, you can lower down, curve, round the spine. Let the tailbone come down last. Really curl your pelvis forward. Under, curl the pelvis under. The bottom of the pelvis towards the belly, if that makes sense. And then as the tailbone gets set down, you can follow that movement down, so pulling the hip bones down towards the heels. Lift a little back up off of the mat. Notice how that feels. Sometimes I like to hold these postures. And then as you exhale, you can come back to a neutral spine. Just notice how your low back and pelvis are feeling now. And then lift the right foot off of the mat. Bring the sole of the foot towards the sky. Straighten the leg. And then you can bend the leg and bring the outside of the right ankle just above the left knee on the left thigh. And you can stay here if this is your perfect stretch today. You can start to use your right hand to push that right knee away from you. And also flex your right foot here. If you'd like a little bit more stretch, you can lift the left foot off of the mat and thread the right hand through the legs, through this triangle of the legs. You can bind the hands behind the thigh or even over top of the shin, whatever feels best for you today in your figure 4. If you'd like to find a little rocking movement side to side here, if that feels good, you can. Or you can stay with the stillness. Focus on the breath. Focus on where you're feeling the stretch. If you have your left foot lifted off of the ground and your hands bound, you can unbind the hands, let the left foot come back down to the ground. And before you uncross the legs, we're going to bring this whole shape here, the whole figure 4, and we're going to rotate it over to the left. If this feels like too much of a twist for your low back today, you can always come back, do less of a twist. You can even uncross the legs, allow both knees to fall over to the left. Whatever feels best for you today. And you can look over to the right. Notice if you're clenching anywhere or holding anywhere that maybe you don't need to. Maybe your eyebrows are furrowed together or your hands are making fists or your feet are clenched. Maybe your shoulders or your chest. Just notice these places and see if you can let that tension go. Or maybe your top foot wants to keep slipping, like mine. And maybe you can just allow it. If you turned your head to the right, you can bring it back to center. If your foot slipped, you can bring it back to your ankle is at the top of the left thigh. And then you can bring your whole figure four shape. Engage your abdomen and bring your whole figure four shape back to center. Let the right sole of the foot come towards the sky, straighten the leg. Maybe you feel down the back of the leg. Do a couple circles with your ankle. Just play with your movement here. And let that right foot come down to the mat. Bring the left sole of the foot towards the sky, straighten the leg, and then rotate the left leg in your hip socket. So we're just bringing the left heel in slightly, and then you can bend the knee, allow the left ankle to rest on the right thigh, flex the left foot, and you can stay here. If this is your perfect stretch for the day, you can start to push the left knee away from you if that feels good. You can use the strength of your left hand to do that. Or if you'd like a little bit more stretch, you can lift your right foot off of the ground, thread your left hand through the triangle shape that your legs are making. And you can bind your hands behind your right thigh or over the top of your right shin. Whatever feels best for you today to find your figure four shape. And long, slow, deep breaths. Remember to breathe. If you'd like to find a gentle rocking motion here, you can. If that feels comforting or nice for the stretch, or you can stay with stillness. If you've got that right foot flexed, see if you can allow it to relax. Keep the left foot flexed. If you lifted the right foot off of the ground and bound the hands, you can unbind the hands, allow the right foot to come down to the ground, and we'll take this whole figure four shape and let it fall over to the right. And a wall is in my way, so I must move to the left and then let it fall to the right. Again, same options. If this is too much of a twist for your low back today, you can uncross the legs and allow the knees to fall over to the right. And then you can turn the head, option to turn the head to the left. Long, slow, deep breaths in. Long, slow, deep breaths out. If you turn the head to the left, you can bring it back to center. Use the strength of the abdomen to bring the figure four shape back to center. And then uncross the legs, bring the left sole of the foot towards the sky. Feel a stretch down the back of the leg. You can make some circles in both directions with that left ankle. And then let the foot come down to the mat. Walk the feet away from you And the feet can be as wide as the mat or wider. Press the back of the head into the mat to find some space to roll and tuck the shoulders underneath of you so the chest can be wide. Arms can be away from the body, hand palms face up. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. Long, slow, deep breath out. Do that one more time. And on the exhale, sigh it out. Let any tension in the body melt away. Let the ground fully support you, fully support your weight. See if you can find any places still holding tension again. Maybe the eyebrows or the cheeks or the jaw. Maybe the neck. Maybe the hands or the feet or the hips. And allow those places to relax and let go for a few moments here. Bring some awareness back to your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Allow some movement to come into your wrists and ankles, your arms and your legs. You can bring the legs together out long, the arms together overhead if that's comfy, and stretch your feet away from your hands. Bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Eventually rock all the way over to one side. Use your bicep as a pillow and take a long, slow, deep breath in. Long, slow, deep breath out. And as you're ready, you can use the strength of your arms to help push yourself back up to a seat. Take a long, slow, deep breath. And as you inhale, allow the crown of your head to reach towards the sky as if a string is pulling your spine up to be elongated. And we'll take a few breaths as we exhale, we're going to sigh it out. So we'll take an inhale, sigh it out. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, sigh. Inhale. Last time, inhale. You can bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in this practice today, to guide you into your breath and your body a little bit more. I want to remind you that your breath is always available for you to come back to if you feel like your mind is racing or you feel like you just need a moment of calm. From my heart to yours, thank you.